Hi, I'm Miranda Peters, Director of Collections here at Fort Ticonderoga. On this Giving Tuesday, the philanthropic alternative to Black Friday, I hope you will help us meet our goal of documenting, preserving, and making accessible tens of thousands of objects archaeologically excavated from Fort Ticonderoga's historic site. There are thousands of objects that were excavated, and we're going through the process right now of cataloging them or documenting them, rehousing them or preserving them, and making them accessible. Getting them out there to you guys, getting them out there online, making them accessible for exhibits, making them accessible for students, for teachers, for scholars, for folks who just like history. You're our audience. You're who we want to do this for. So what kinds of things are in these boxes? Well, I'm joined here by curator Matthew Cagle, who can give you a glimpse at some of the highlights.
In the early 2000s, in preparation for the construction of the Mars Education Center, archaeology was conducted across the parade ground and some of the building sites within Fort Ticonderoga, which uncovered tens of thousands of artifacts that documented the presence of soldiers and others here at Fort Ticonderoga between the 1750s, the French and Indian War, and the Revolutionary War all the way up to the 1770s. I have just a few of those objects here, part of the larger collection of archaeological material that the museum is still processing. And these artifacts offer a remarkable glimpse into the lives and the actions of the people who were here in the 18th century. From bricks like this that were used as actually part of the fabric of Fort Ticonderoga, in this case bearing a handmade inscription of a heart here, drawn by the fingers of one of the brick makers that made this particular piece before it was placed into the fortification. Or objects like this, the flattened remain of a British tinned iron canteen, a glimpse of what the soldiers carried with them in their service through the wars of the 18th century, which survive in small quantities due to the fragility of the material. We also have, obviously, the evidence of the weapons of war, down to the broken off head of this musket cock still bearing the flint within its jaws, or the wrist plate of a British soldier's musket marked to his company, in this case the 6th Company of a regiment, and 55, the individual number assigned to the soldier that carried this musket, that perhaps future research can uncover the original owner of. Beyond this, we have types of artifacts that seldom appear in the archaeological record together, such as this French bûcheron knife, a rare and incredibly fragile example of the type of blade that was issued to every French soldier. This one actually still bearing part of its wooden handle on the knife here. An incredibly rare survival from the 18th century, and just one of the thousands of artifacts that have come out of the archaeological work surrounding the Mars Education Center that the museum is still processing and dealing with, and which potentially have many more new discoveries to find.
With your support, we can document, preserve, and make accessible all of these remarkable objects that tell the stories of the daily lives of the people who lived here, who fought here. Your contribution of any size will help us meet our goal. Please join me in ensuring the preservation of these remarkable objects so that they're here for generations to come. Thank you.